got another guest coming in with his products and a recent graduate of SUNY ESF. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
What's your name?
My name is Michael Amadori.
Hey, Mike.
And I graduated from SUNY EF and started a company called Full Circle Feed. And we sell eco-friendly dog treats.
Nice. And it was Dog Day yesterday, actually.
National Dog Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So this is a doggy bag full of doggy treats. I know we got a couple of chocolate labs at home. They probably would love this stuff. What's it made of? Why is it special?
Yeah, so what we do, and I was at ESF, and I was always passionate about the amount of food that we throw away in society, a huge waste. A perfectly good food, human-grade food. So what we do is we collect the leftover buffet line at the end of the day from the Turning Stone Casino and Syracuse University. We collect the food right at the end of the day, right when it's fresh, human-grade food, bring it back to our bakery. We wash off all the sauces, seasonings, and spices, grind up all the meats, the vegetables, the fruits, the breads, mix it with a little bit of flour, cook it, bake it, and that's how we make our treats.
That's great. Did you have to compete in order to get those foods with other places such as food shelters and food banks and things like that?
No, unfortunately, most all-you-can-eat buffets in this country, the food is landfilled. Nothing is wrong with it. It's human-grade food, but a lot of these places, they're more concerned with the other things that, feeding people is a secondary concern to them. So they're out with the old, in with the new. They don't have time to try to donate to a shelter or anything like that. So I go there, and I actually am picking it up for free, so they're saving money. Because otherwise they're paying to have it hauled to a landfill and thrown away.
Great idea, Michael. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and with that, being a young college student in college, how did you come up with this idea? How did the inception come about? And tell us, I know a little bit that you said you had won a contest to get you a little bit further in this.
Yep, so I was a master's student at ESF. And the whole idea is in an urban environment, there's a food desert, meaning we're not growing any food.
Sure.
And in urban environments, there's lots of food waste. So originally I was taking the food from the university and making a fish feed for tilapia in an aquaponics system. I was growing tilapia fish. The wastewater from the fish were growing vegetables. So I was growing all these vegetables and all these fish with the only nutrient being old food. But I couldn't grow the fish as quickly as a commercial feed. So I won a student business competition that's sponsored through Syracuse University. Local university students like ESF are eligible to compete. So I won $10,000 to start the company back in 2012. They really loved the idea. And, I brought the fish feed home. I have a little pug. And one day he was smelling my backpack. So I'm like, all right. So I pulled it out. He ate a little bit. He ate a little bit more. Before I know it, he ate the whole thing. Gave it to my mom's dog. Loved it. My sister's dog loved it. That's where the light bulb went off. It's like, of course, dogs love people food, and no one's trying to grow their dog at maximum growth rate, so you don't have the same issues.
And sometimes people love dog food. Recently, Rex Ryan, the head coach of the Buffalo Bills, I don't know if you saw this, he tried some dog snacks live at a press conference.
Yeah, I'm from Buffalo. I was trying to tweet at him to try to get mine. It says, great publicity, but I didn't make it on there.
Michael from Full Circle Feed is with us here live at the Great New York State Fair.
And Michael, you've turned this into a product. You have a great presentation and a package. Where do they find this product now if they want to
We're in the horticulture building back by the butterfly display and the roses and the flower competition, the Saranac booth. So kind of in the back of the horticulture building. And actually, if they say that they heard the story on 100.7 FM, they get $1 off a box of treats.
I like that.
Well, you are a real promoter. You got showbiz down to a science. And do you have as much success as you want at this stage of your career here? And how old is the company? And would you consider going on Shark Tank to get some more funding for this?
Yeah, so it's going good. I do substitute teach still to kind of help pay myself. All the money I'm taking in for the company goes back into the company. But we're not losing money, which is great. We've been selling treats for a year and a half. So it took about a year to get up and running from when I won the initial money to develop the procedure, get the approvals from New York State Ag and Markets, New York State DEC, get the packaging design, 100% recycled paperboard manufactured here in upstate New York. To get all that done, it took about a year. And then in January 2014 was our first time selling treats. We're in 20 local stores here in the upstate New York area, central New York. We're at the regional market almost every Saturday. Obviously not the next 2 weeks because we'll be here at the fair. So people ask me all the time, you should go on Shark Tank, you should go on Shark Tank. And that's kind of, we're going to be looking for some investment funds. We're actually a semifinalist for a competition called the 43 North. It's a big competition in Buffalo. But, things like that, we are looking for additional funding to kind of grow and expand. Right now, we can make about 400 boxes a week at our bakery. I need to be able to make 4,000 a week to really, get into like a...
So you'll need to increase your space for the bakery at some point?
Exactly.
And what do you use now for that plant?
Currently, we partner in Oneida with the Madison Cortland ARC, the ARC. So ARCs, awesome. They employ disabled adults to do a variety of things. They actually package all of our treats for us. And they have a bakery right there. They bake cookies for the state prison. So I will rent out the bakery for about 1 to 2 weeks a month, make a whole bunch of treats, and then, sell them there next couple
of
weeks.
All right, but the name of the company is Full Circle Feed, and I've got this doggy bag of treats here, which sort of looks like a little handbag full of treats. What's the cost of this if you go into a store and buy it?
The store, you pay around $6 a box at the stores. Same thing with here at the fair.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Michael, great. I think this is a great idea, and from many different aspects, by using the recycled food from humans, and then the packaging itself. You've worked with the ARC to try to get those folks in, some employment. A well thought out plan is, we've seen more and more dog treats come out for health reasons, and getting from products that are used in them. This is different, and how unique is this?
Yeah, so no one is doing this right now.
Right.
No, there's no other product. There's lots of treats made with high-quality human-grade food, just like ours. But there's no treats made with high-quality human-grade food that was going to be thrown away. They have to buy virgin materials, chicken, wheat, beef, carrots, apples. All of these things that they have to buy have to be grown, produced. Farming is great. I love farmers. I grew up in a farm in town. But farming does environmental degradation. And so instead of producing more food just to feed our dogs, why not give them the extra food that we, had? And so,
in essence, the waste.
Exactly. And now there's a few foods that I work with the casino not to collect. So we don't collect any desserts. So there's no chocolate, which can be toxic, and there's no vanilla cake, which you don't want to put that in there. We also don't take any of the raw onions or garlic from the salad buffet, and no grapes or raisins from the fruit area.
Very careful about
health factors for the dog. How is this healthy for an animal?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've tested our treats, and we generally have higher protein levels and lower fat levels than the top brands on the market. I bought about 20 different dog treats, had them all tested down at Dairy One in Ithaca, and they did our treats as well, and we've had really good numbers compared to a lot of the commercial treats.
Amazing, Michael. And where do you hope to see this company going?
Just keep growing and scaling. Maybe get into some bigger chains like a Wegmans or a Tops, Price Chopper, grocery store, something like that.
Yeah.
Offer more products, cat treats. The Turning Stone has a seafood buffet, so thinking about doing that for cat treats. And even also we're looking at long term taking because there's so much food waste in our society. We could take the real low quality stuff, anaerobically digest it to make energy to bake our treats, and then after that you could take what's left and sell it as a plant fertilizer. So full circle plant feed as well.
Great
Amazing.
idea. I love the logo on the doggy bag itself with the O of doggy in the shape of the arrows moving around for recycling food. It's a great idea, Michael. Congrats.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me on here.
Keep up the good work, man.
Best of luck. And folks, again, if you heard it here on 100.7 FM WUTQ, you can stop by Michael's place here at the fair and get $1 off one of your doggy bags for your pets. So great deal at the New York State Fair, brought to you by Dutchtown Ace Hardware and the Dutchtown Plaza Palatine Bridge. And we continue here live from the great New York State Fair on the Talk of the Town.